I'm an instructor at the Bernardo Free Academy. I'm here with my friend today to go over some choking from the mount, specifically a cross-collar choke from mount. This is one of my favorite chokes to do. I've seen it taught a few different ways. The way we're going to show today I find very effective. It has a couple stages that sets you up for a very good base and kind of defends their ability to get out of that position. So cross-collar choke from mount. All right, guys, so I'm in the mount position. Now, once I get here, there's a lot of ways I can be in mount. I could have my hands here and be very heavy. I might move up to a high mount, etc. But if I'm heavy and with pressure, it's hard to move and attack. So at some point, I'm gonna lift up and need to do something. There are plenty of attacks today, but today we're focusing on the idea of getting to a cross-collar choke. Now, a common defense is what Eric's doing here is everything in tight, like Home Alone, right? You think of that movie Home Alone where the hands are on the cheeks, the elbows are in here. So if I'm trying to grab an arm for an arm bar, it's hard. I'm trying to thread through for the neck. He's defending. If you even think of fight or MMA, if he brings his hands up in front of his face, just a little bit of movement, it's hard to punch, but I still can't get to the neck. So for today, he's gonna focus on this Home Alone defense. Some people cross the arms. I wanna get, if we relax for a sec, I wanna get my cross collar. I'm looking to get this hand deep in here and almost really punching the mat. I've seen a few different ways this is taught. Some people punch the mat, some people put their fingers. For today, this is just a way to do it. I want my hand to come all the way down, so the back of my hand, this part here is against his neck, right on the carotid artery. The problem is, those hands, that Home Alone defense is in the way. So if I drive and he doesn't let me, like, look, I can't thread in here. So what we're gonna do today, if you can see, I'm gonna open up his lapels, really the far part of his skull, keep your hands in there, down here. He's defending there, so I have room to work. And I'm gonna open up this side with my same side hand, my left hand. And I'm gonna pull, look how it moves his arms. Keep that tight, keep it tight. Look how it moves a little bit. So I'm pulling this to get it loose and I'm feeding my hand in. So as I pull it out, I feed my hand in and I get right down to the mat. So now most people will start defending. They see this. If I stay up high, I don't have a post that way and I can get rolled very easy. So I make sure to bring my weight down heavy here. If he tries to bump me that way, look, I'm falling. I can even add to it. We turn 90 degrees from here. If he starts bumping me, go ahead. I'll grapevine. He goes again. I grapevine. It's hard to move. He relaxes. I reset. So I want to think about typically if I have my hands here, he bumps. I'm using my hands to block. Let's move back a little bit. So for this today, we start nice and relaxed. I open the lapels low, pull, and this is against his wrist. It creates some movement here. Slide my hand in, thumb up, and I try to go down. I get that tension. I'm already pulling tension. Now I'm against his carotid. I immediately get heavy here. Now some people will fire the elbow up on the chin, and it's uncomfortable. You can do that, but I find a lot of times we end up on the neck. I make sure I don't get bumped. This is my first pit stop. From here, he's probably gonna move a little bit. I fight it when he calms down. My second is I wanna bring my elbow of this hand over to the neck. There are a lot of ways to do it. I can reach, but I'm up high. So the way I like to do is I keep my weight low, and I bring my arm over his head, my elbow to his neck. Now from here, my weight has to shift. I have to be heavy on this side because I don't have my post there. So if he tries to bump me, I might be heavy with both grapevines or leaning here. So one more time, we started here. He's got a good defense. I can't get to the neck. I can't get the arms and pry away. I find the lapel, I open, thread my hand through here, my elbow bends, and I drop heavy, and I kind of get ready for that response. When he settles or when I'm ready to go, big wave, and my elbow comes to the mat. Big wave, elbow to the mat, right to his neck. Now the first option I'm going to show you is from here. I'm going to almost use my forearm. I'm going to cheese grate, like literally grate right across his jaw. So I'm heavy here, and look, I grate across his jaw. It's super uncomfortable, and there's a little packet of fabric, a little packet of the gi right here. Now, while I'm doing this, I want to keep my body fairly low. Right now, I'm up high so you can see. But once I get here, I have no posts. Both hands are occupied, so I need to keep my weight low. So as I bring this over, I'll drive down. There are my grips. My head to the mat. And there's my finish. So what's happening is I'm pulling one side. I'm cheese grating on the other side, which is uncomfortable, creates pressure on the neck, and starts tightening the gi. Once I've got both sides in, the top side arm, whatever arm is on top, my head wants to go to that side, okay? So my right arm was on the bottom here, when I reach, you can see my left arm is on top, so my head comes to the top, my knees are tight, and I pull back. Now, another way we could do this, same setup, start from that home alone. I open, I get in here, and I'm set with my first hook, and I'm heavy. Sometimes they start pushing towards this hand, right? He might frame here, and yeah, like trying to stop this, because he knows I want to reach. I can't thread over. I'll thread in and come underneath. Same setup, but now my left hand is on the bottom, so my head always goes to where the top arm is. I drop to this side and finish. So one more time on that. These kind of go together. Let's actually, I'll call it here. You're doing a good job, thank you. So I usually try to get him committed, right? If he's loose and pushing against me like this, dude, arm bars here all day, I have everything I need. But if I'm here and he's just relaxed and I start going, I'm telling him what I'm gonna do. So I'll kind of give him a few little pushes, watch him clamp down. When he clamps down, now I take my time. He knows I'm doing something, he doesn't know what, so I want him there. I open, I drive through, heavy, first position. If I can go to the big wave, great. If he starts pushing me this way, I'm based. As we relax, I'm threading in. Look how it sets up the angle. The hand comes here, and I come underneath. This is the more traditional way it's taught. I'm coming here and finding this. And since my weight is already on my left side, I can drop down and reset. Finish that choke. So let's do it from a different angle. Just kind of a short video to give you an idea of a good attack that works. So one more time. We're here. Maybe the gi came loose during the roll, but if it's tight, that's how we get there. I'm trying to give him something. I'm forcing. It's not working. I relax, sit up here, open, create tension, pull down. First set, I'm heavy. Now I'm going to do my big wave. Over the head, I grind my elbow in, find that little bit of fabric, drop down, and finish. The second opportunity, I was here. I try to go. He's starting to frame that arm. It sometimes happens. I thread in, find that far side neck, drop down this side, and finish. So those are the two options we want to look at just for cross-collar chokes. Hey, come back here. There are many options. There are many ways to do this. This is just two. I'm going one way and grinding back, or I come back the other way. We can play with adjusting their head. I've seen that a lot. Some people will bait a cross-collar choke to set up the arm bar, or set up the Americana. All good stuff to chain together, but just a simple video today. Hope you like it.